The first time I lied to my followers, I told myself it was harmless. Emily said, "They'll never know." I stared at the fake Eiffel Tower background, my heart pounding, and convinced myself it was art, not deception. The light on my face was soft, the ring light masking the sweat on my forehead. I hit post, and the likes poured in. Jason said, "See? They believe it." My hands trembled as I whispered, "I believe it too." Each notification chimed like validation, but deep down, guilt crawled. I was no traveler, just a girl trapped in her bedroom. Olivia said, "This is genius," but her voice cracked, betraying unease. I wanted to scream the truth, but the screen glowed with admiration. The room shrank around me. The ghost of my old self whispered, "You're disappearing." I smiled at the camera anyway, feeding the illusion. Emily said, "I thought it was just one lie." But one lie became the mask I couldn't take off. Every night I scrolled through perfect feeds, reshaping myself. Jason said, "They want the fantasy," and I believed him because reality was too fragile to show. The first free trip I posted never happened. Olivia said, "Just borrow my photos, no one will check." And I did. My smile on screen was never mine. It belonged to stolen sunsets, borrowed oceans, fabricated escapes. Jason said, "Your numbers are rising, keep feeding them." I was a product now, not a person. My face was cropped, filtered, staged. Emily whispered, "Am I still me?" But the silence of fans chanting hearts drowned the answer. Each lie demanded a bigger one. Why? The room became a studio. My life became a script. Olivia said, "You're playing with fire." I laughed, but inside, the ghost whispered, "The fire is already burning you." Emily said, "They don't follow me. They follow who I pretend to be." I lay awake in the dark, scrolling through comments filled with love, praise, envy, and rage. The glow of my phone felt heavier than any spotlight. Jason said, "This is proof you're untouchable," but I felt fragile. Olivia whispered, "But what about you?" Her voice broke through the noise, but not enough. The silence between posts was unbearable. I refreshed constantly, desperate for validation. My chest tightened when likes slowed, as if my worth was measured in hearts. Emily said, "Do they even like me, or the mask?" I couldn't breathe, yet I smiled online. The emptiness after posting gnawed at me, a hollow victory wrapped in glitter. I didn't want to vanish, but I wasn't sure I wanted to exist like this. I remembered who I was before the filters. Emily whispered, "I used to laugh without staging it. But now, every laugh was crafted, every angle rehearsed." Jason said, "Nobody wants the truth, they want perfection." He believed that, and I pretended I did too. Olivia asked, "But how long can you keep this up?" The question echoed like a bell in an empty church. I wanted to answer, but I swallowed the truth. Every click of the camera erased more of me. The girl I used to be was slipping through my fingers like water. Emily said, "I don't remember her anymore." The hollow space inside grew louder than applause. I longed to feel seen, not staged. The crowd adored me, but not me. Emily said, "They love her," pointing at the polished version online. Comments screamed, "Goals, perfection," but the words burned. Jason laughed, "You're unstoppable now." But it wasn't me they loved, it was a character. Olivia murmured, "But what about the real you?" I wanted to reply, but my throat locked. The silence inside was unbearable. My laugh online was crafted, my smile manufactured. Even my sadness was curated for sympathy posts. Emily said, "I'm vanishing behind my own reflection." The applause grew louder, and my own voice disappeared. At night, I talked to the version of myself I abandoned. Emily whispered, "Do you even remember me?" The ghost of my true self stared back in the mirror, raw and unfiltered. She said, "You left me to die for likes." My hands shook as I reached for her. Jason barked, "Stop doubting, this is who you are now." But I knew he was lying. Olivia pleaded. Emily, listen to yourself, you're breaking. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. The ghost said, you can't hide me forever. My chest ached as I watched her eyes, identical but filled with pain. The mask felt welded to my skin. Emily whispered, I can't take it off. The fans kept cheering, but their voices grew sharper, demanding more. Jason said, keep them fed or they'll eat you alive. Olivia trembled. Emily, this isn't love. My pulse raced, the emptiness inside roaring louder than applause. The ghost's voice pressed against my skull. You're losing yourself. My smile in photos looked bright, but my soul dimmed. I thought fame would make me whole, but it hollowed me out. Emily said, I'm drowning in hearts that don't see me. And yet, I posted again. Emily whispered, every lie demanded another one. The photos I staged became bolder, the stories more elaborate. Jason urged, bigger, brighter, wilder. His voice carried intoxication, but behind his charm was cold calculation. Olivia muttered softly, this is spiraling. She sat in the corner, her hands clenched, torn between loyalty and fear. My inbox filled with offers, brand deals piling like trophies, contracts soaked in fake prestige. Emily whispered, I am trapped in a palace of glass. Each ping of my phone was validation, each notification a reminder that I wasn't real. Jason smiled at numbers rising, his eyes gleaming with power. Olivia whispered again, it's not worth your soul. But the roar of likes drowned her. Emily whispered, how long before the glass shatters? The ghost whispered from the reflection, sooner than you think. Jason handed me stage tickets to Rome. He grinned, give them this fantasy. My hands trembled holding them. Cardboard lies dressed as adventures. Emily whispered, I'm suffocating. Olivia rushed forward pleading, this is too far, Emily, please stop. Her eyes shimmered with fear, but Jason's presence loomed stronger. He said coldly, the crowd doesn't care about truth, only perfection. My phone's glow seemed to pull me into a cage. Emily whispered, my life is a script, and I never wrote it. Jason smirked, snapping photos of me against a false backdrop, capturing an illusion. Olivia said, you're drowning, and he's pushing you deeper. My pulse pounded as Jason whispered, you are untouchable now. Emily whispered, if untouchable means invisible, then yes. I pressed post. The mask tightened, and the real me disappeared further. Emily whispered, the line between lies and truth is gone. Photoshopped sunsets blurred into reality, until I couldn't distinguish fantasy. Jason muttered, they don't care if it's real, they only want beauty. His words echoed like shackles. Olivia cried, Emily, you're losing yourself. Her tears fell silently, as if mourning me while I was still breathing. The ghost whispered, I warned you. I saw her every time I looked at glass, raw, pale, haunting. Emily whispered, I built a world where I don't exist. My posts were crafted, perfect smiles stitched into timelines like stitches hiding wounds. Jason gloated, you're unstoppable. But I didn't feel unstoppable, I felt erased. Olivia whispered again, you can stop. My silence screamed louder than words. Emily said, they love her, but she isn't me. Emily whispered, the mask is slipping. Jason barked, keep going or lose everything. His tone was sharp, the words like chains tightening around my ribs. Olivia stepped closer, trembling but firm. Emily, this isn't love, it's exploitation. My chest heaved as Jason thrust contracts into my hands, each paper heavy as stone. Emily whispered, I don't recognize my voice anymore. The ghost whispered, you're screaming inside, but no one hears you. My laugh online was staged. My captions hollow, every image crafted with precision. Jason growled, they want her, not you. Olivia's tears welled, her hand reaching for mine. Emily whispered, I want to stop. Jason snapped, then you'll lose everything. Silence pressed against me like thunder. Emily whispered, Maybe I already lost myself. Emily whispered. I thought I controlled the story, but the story owns me. Jason sneered. Without this, you are nothing. His eyes burned with greed, his words stabbing deep. Olivia sobbed. Please, you're breaking apart, her voice echoing raw despair. The ghost whispered, you can't maintain this forever. My chest tightened, breaths shallow, the weight of lies pressing like stones. Emily whispered, I am disappearing in real time. Jason laughed coldly, then disappeared beautifully. Olivia cried, stop, please. Tears blurred my vision as I posed for another photo, my body stiff, my soul absent. Emily whispered, each smile kills me, but I keep smiling. The ghost whispered, the fire is already burning you. The applause roared louder online, but inside only silence screamed. Emily said, the person they adored wasn't me, she was a ghost I built out of everything I wasn't. Jason grinned, that ghost pays the bills. His voice carried pride, but beneath it was venom. Olivia trembled. Emily, they don't know you at all. Her eyes begged me to stop. The ghost in the mirror whispered, you abandoned me for her. My chest tightened as if the mask fused with my skin. The applause outside roared, yet I felt nothing but dread. Emily said, what happens when they discover she isn't real? Jason replied coldly, then we'll make them believe again. Jason said, we own your story now. His words sliced deeper than any insult. Emily whispered, I'm not a product. But contracts stacked on the desk said otherwise. Olivia shouted, she's a person, not a brand. Jason sneered, she belongs to the crowd now. Emily's heart raced as she saw her name signed away, the ink still wet. The ghost whispered, you sold yourself piece by piece. Every word of the contract felt like chains. Emily said, I'm alive but caged. Jason smiled, a cage lined with gold. Her pulse pounded in her ears, drowning Olivia's sobs. The betrayal came from the one I trusted most. Olivia confessed, I told them the truth. I couldn't watch you drown anymore. Emily's voice cracked, you exposed me? Olivia sobbed, I thought it would save you. Jason smirked, perfect. The drama will double your reach. Emily screamed, you ruined me. The ghost whispered, no, she freed you. The crowd's reaction was instant. Feeds flooded with rage, betrayal, hashtags trending my downfall. Emily said, the empire is burning and I don't know if I want to stop it. The mask splintered, truth spilling through cracks. The crowd turned. Emily whispered, their love was never for me. It was for the ghosts. Jason muttered, give them another illusion. But the comments screamed liar, fraud, fake. Olivia cried, Emily, don't read it, but I couldn't stop. Every word pierced like glass. The ghost whispered, now they see the truth. Now they see me. My heart sank as I realized the empire wasn't crumbling. It had already crumbled. Emily said, I fed them lies, and now they're feeding me hate. The silence after each notification felt heavier than thunder. Emily said, the twist is not that I lied. It's that I don't exist without the lie. Jason spat, without this mask, you're nothing. Olivia whispered, without it, you're free. The ghost whispered louder, I am you, and I've been waiting. My breath came in shallow bursts as the truth carved its way into me. The crowd's chants shifted from adoration to condemnation. Emily said, they never loved me, they loved her. The mask cracked fully, shards of glass slicing across my heart. I stood trembling, caught between ending the illusion or becoming the ghost forever. Emily whispered, the silence after their love was heavier than the applause ever was. The hateful comments didn't stop, but the lack of cheers carved me deeper. Jason shouted, this is nothing, fight back. His words were desperate, greedy, but his eyes flickered with fear. Olivia cried, stop pushing her. She isn't a product to fix your wallet. She stood before me, trembling, yet fiercer than I had ever seen. The ghost whispered, this is your storm, let it cleanse you. My chest ached as I gasped for air, each heartbeat like a drum inside a cage. Emily whispered, "The cancellation didn't kill me, but this silence is killing me." Jason's rage roared, but the emptiness in my feed screamed louder. I realized their love had never been for me, only for the ghost I built. Now stripped of her, I was raw, broken, and trembling on the floor. Jason shouted, "Without me, you're nothing." His words cracked like thunder, echoing off every wall. Emily whispered, "Without you, maybe I can finally breathe." His face twisted, red with rage, unable to accept her defiance. Olivia clutched my trembling hands, whispering, "You don't need him." Her tears sparkled like fragile jewels in dim light. The ghost whispered, "He fueled your fire, but you lit it yourself." Jason's voice grew louder, demanding and cruel, but the more he shouted, the less power his words held. Emily whispered, "I gave you my face, my voice, my soul." Jason sneered, "And I sold them for millions." Olivia said, "He never saw you, Emily." "I did." My pulse slowed as Jason's anger turned hollow. Emily said, "I may be broken, but I am not gone." Her voice shook, but for the first time it was hers alone. The ghost stood clear now, sharper than ever. She whispered, "I am still here, Emily. You buried me, but I never left." My reflection showed two faces, the flawless influencer smiling and the fragile girl glaring back with pain. Jason spat, "Ignore her, she's weak. She'll ruin you." Olivia cried, "She's the real you." Her voice cracked with desperation, her hands gripping my arms. My chest heaved, breath shallow, heart pounding. Emily whispered, "If I kill her, I kill myself." Jason yelled louder, but his voice no longer drowned the ghost. She whispered, "You can't silence me." The mirror cracked before me, shards showing endless versions of myself, fractured and splintering. Emily said, "I am both the lie and the truth, but I can't hide anymore." Jason's reflection twisted with rage, but mine glowed with fragile defiance. Emily shouted, "I can't carry this anymore." My voice echoed so loud it felt like the walls trembled. Jason roared, "You'll regret this. They'll eat you alive." His rage cracked into panic, his grip on me slipping. Olivia cried, "Let it go, Emily. Let them see the truth." The ghost whispered, "They'll hate you, but you'll finally live." My thumb hovered above my phone screen, sweat dripping down my temple. Emily whispered, "This is the end or the beginning." Jason lunged toward me, but Olivia shoved him back. I pressed post. The confession poured out raw and unfiltered, bleeding through captions like veins spilling open. Emily whispered, "I can't stop the fire, but I can finally step into it." The room went still. Notifications began to erupt like explosions. Jason screamed, Olivia wept, and I stood trembling, free. The world erupted instantly. Notifications buzzed like bullets, my phone trembling in my hands. Emily whispered, "This is my death or my rebirth." Jason screamed, "You've destroyed everything." His face flushed with terror, masked as anger. Olivia said, "No, she saved herself." She hugged me so tightly, my ribs ached, her tears wet against my skin. The ghost whispered, "Now they see me, and now they see you." I trembled as comments flooded in, some vicious, some forgiving, all unstoppable. Emily whispered, "I thought the Empire would kill me, but it was the silence that almost did." My body shook, but not with fear, with release. Jason slammed his fist on the desk, powerless. Olivia whispered, "You're free now." Emily said, "The truth is out, and it can't be undone." My chest filled with painful, beautiful relief. Emily whispered, "The storm has passed, but the ruins are mine." My feed was silent, emptier than I imagined, yet strangely lighter. Jason sneered, "You've ruined us." His tone was sharp, but behind his eyes was fear. Olivia said softly, "You didn't ruin anything, you saved yourself." Her hand covered mine, warm and steady. The ghost whispered, This emptiness is freedom, not punishment. My chest rose, no longer crushed under applause. Emily whispered, I thought I wanted to be remembered, but now I just want to be real. Jason muttered curses, but his voice had no claws. Olivia squeezed tighter, whispering, You're not alone. For the first time, my words weren't captions or lies. They were mine. Jason growled, You'll regret walking away. Emily whispered, I regret pretending, not ending it. His face burned with fury, veins pulsing at his neck. Olivia smiled faintly, whispering, That's the truest thing you've said in years. The ghost whispered, She's breathing again. Jason slammed the door so hard it rattled frames, muttering curses as he left. Emily said, He needed me broken. Olivia replied, But you're stronger now. My chest lifted, the silence heavy but not suffocating. Emily whispered, This silence is terrifying, but it's mine. For once, Jason's footsteps fading felt like music. Olivia's arms around me whispered louder than his rage ever could. Emily whispered, Fame was never life, it was a cage. Olivia said, Now you can rebuild. The ghost whispered, I waited for you. My reflection showed not a stranger but me. Flawed, scarred, still here. Jason's absence echoed, but it was hollow, powerless. Emily whispered, I am not the mask, I am the cracks beneath it. Olivia gripped my hand, tears brimming, whispering, That's the you I knew. The ghost whispered, She sees me too. My chest ached as I breathed deeply, feeling lungs fill with air not borrowed from filters. Emily whispered, Maybe the world doesn't need perfection. Maybe it needs honesty. Olivia nodded, whispering, Then show them you. Emily whispered, The silence is loud, but it isn't empty. Messages trickled in, fewer but honest. We wanted you, not the mask, one read. Emily said, They see me now. Olivia whispered, Some will hate, some will forgive, but at least they see you. The ghost whispered, This is your second birth. I scrolled slowly, heart trembling but lighter than before. Emily whispered, This silence isn't emptiness, it's space to breathe. I deleted old photos, each swipe tearing away another mask. Olivia said softly, You're free now. For the first time, the phone didn't feel like chains, it felt like release. Emily whispered, I don't need their love to exist, I just need mine. Emily whispered, I thought I wanted millions to love me, but I only wanted to see myself. Olivia said, Now you do. The ghost whispered, You remembered me. My reflection no longer terrified me. Mask and girl fused into one self. Jason's voice no longer echoed in my head, his shadow gone. The crowd's voices faded like static, powerless over me. Emily whispered, I am real, and that is enough. Olivia hugged me so tightly, tears dripping on my shoulder, whispering, You've come home. The ghost whispered, We are one now. My heart pulsed steady for the first time. Emily said, I don't need to be adored, I just need to be alive. Emily whispered, The noise has faded, but it's not peace, it's aftermath. Jason snarled, Without them, you're nothing. His face contorted, but desperation bled through anger. Olivia said, Sometimes vanishing is healing. The ghost whispered, They'll forget, but you'll remain. Emily said, I can breathe among ruins, even if it's lonely. Jason's glare burned, but the fire in his eyes flickered weak. Olivia touched my shoulder softly, whispering, Existing for yourself is enough. My chest no longer raced for applause, it rose steady, fragile but free. Emily whispered, I don't want millions watching, I just want to exist. Jason said without the mask, You're invisible. Emily whispered, Without the mask, I'm real. His words rang hollow, powerless now. Olivia said firmly, She doesn't belong to you or them. The ghost whispered, You're whole again, even broken. My chest rose with quiet strength as silence filled the room. Jason slammed his hand against wall, veins bulging with frustration. Emily said, You only ever saw me as currency. Olivia whispered, I see you as Emily. Tears shimmered in her eyes, but her voice was steady. Emily whispered, I choose myself over him, over them. Jason's shadow seemed smaller than ever. Emily whispered, I built a ghost to be adored, and I lost myself in her shadow. Olivia said, You don't need her anymore. Jason sneered, Without her, no one will care. The ghost whispered, They don't need to care. You do. My reflection was no longer fractured. It was whole. The influencer and the broken girl fused together, imperfect but real. The applause was gone. The hate had dimmed. Only silence remained. Emily whispered, The silence terrifies me, but it's mine. Olivia hugged me, whispering, Not all love is conditional. Emily whispered, I thought I needed the world, but I only needed myself. Emily whispered, Every mask must shatter, and mine finally has. Jason muttered, You'll regret leaving the stage. His voice cracked, drained of power. Olivia whispered, You'll never regret being free. The ghost whispered, I live in you now, no mask needed. My heart no longer beat for applause but for survival. Emily whispered, The world will forget me, but that's okay. The silence wrapped around me like a blanket, not a cage. Jason's glare faded into nothing. Olivia walked with me as I stepped forward. Emily said, I was afraid of fading. Now I'm afraid of never being real again, but I am. Emily whispered, I thought I wanted to be eternal, but now I just want to be real. Jason sneered, They'll forget you by tomorrow. Olivia whispered, Let them, you're free. The ghost whispered, No more lies, no more masks. My fingers shook as I typed, and that's why you'll never see me online again. I pressed send. The screen dimmed into silence, and I smiled through tears. Emily whispered, The final lie is gone. Olivia hugged me tightly, whispering, You're here now. Jason's shadow lingered in doorway, powerless. Emily whispered, I don't need to be adored. I just need to live.